Closing arguments finished this afternoon in the murder trial of the so-called Black Widower, Thomas Randolph, accused of masterminding the shooting of his wife and handyman. Thank you for staying with us at 6:30. I'm Brian Loftus.
I'm Denise Valdez. 8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne has a look at what the lawyers told jurors before they began deliberating.
On day 9 of the Thomas Randolph murder retrial, we heard from both the prosecution, who said all the evidence points at Randolph, and the defense, who says they actually think they might have proved he's innocent.
I think we proved he was actually innocent.
Innocent, defense attorneys say, of masterminding the gruesome shootings of his wife Sharon and supposed handyman Michael Miller, who prosecutors say Thomas Randolph conspired with to kill his wife, only then to kill Miller.
It is Thomas Randolph who betrayed and double-crossed the person he was in the conspiracy to begin with.
If Tommy was double-crossing Michael Miller, there shouldn't have been a frenzied attack.
Defense attorneys spent a lot of time discussing the crime scene in its closing, saying first responders trampled all over it, and that it was, quote, an absolute nightmare in terms of preservation. But prosecutors put the blame on the only man to make it out of that Northwest Las Vegas home alive.
There were 3 people in a house on Rancho Santa Fe Drive. 2 individuals from that residence were shot with guns inside the residence, and the only injury that Mr. Randolph reported was an injury to his mouth.
It seems like I shot him again, maybe like about right here.
Prosecutors say Randolph's video walkthrough in front of police detectives a week after the murder contradict his other police interviews.
Door so the door will be open so I can see him.
And don't add up in general. They say Randolph took a life insurance policy on his late wife and took her urn shopping, and that Randolph befriending Miller randomly one night in a gas station in and of itself is evidence of guilt.
So he develops this kind of unusual relationship with this handyman that he's just met.
For the victims' families, it's been 15 long years since Sharon Randolph and Michael Miller were murdered, and now the jury could be back at any time. Reporting at the Regional Justice Center, Kyle Payne, 8 News Now.
Now, Randolph was on death row before the Nevada Supreme Court overturned a conviction for these murders. The court said that jury should not have heard evidence about his being a suspect in the death of one of his 5 previous wives.